Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am recording for you guys once again. That was a super awkward silence. I was just closing the audio tab so I could start the video so that I don't talk too long, I don't talk too short. Yeah. So let's get into the drawing. It was a really super fun drawing, and I did this last week, but I'm only recording it now because I don't remember why. I think because I was doing a different recording last week for this week's drawing, and I was tired last week, very tired last week. So yeah. Anyway, face reveal? Not really. You guys have seen my face before. Yeah, I did like that one live stream. Last year, the year before? I don't know, it's 2025. I think I did it in 2023. It's been a while since I live streamed. I could live stream in the future, who knows? Probably not, you know. But anyway, this drawing, I've been looking at Pinterest again, of course, and I was looking at like real life drawings, not real life drawings, real life pictures, references. So I'm trying to look at some more real stuff these days, but not every time. And like this most recent one I did, not this one, but the one you'll see next week. I did a bunch of sketches, and that one was fun, and I will probably be recording the audio for that one today as well. Just because, you know, fun stuff and all that good stuff. Anyway, yeah, so, this drawing, it took quite a while. I really liked doing this one. The hardest part for me, was the fact that, one, it's a silhouette drawing. That's easy. But the hard part was the water. And the lady was in the water. And honestly, I don't even know if this is a real picture or not. It's just too beautiful. So I ended up using multiple references for this, because I was initially gonna go with the original hair and just do that lady and not like one of my characters, but then I was like, well, I like drawing my characters, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah. And then I really wanted to do the hair on the red dress lady, and I really tried to do that, but I ended up just not doing that. I kind of just did my own thing. Oh gosh, it's hot in here. Sorry. It's like, oh, what, 76 degrees? The AC's not on, so I'm hot. I'm gonna put my hair up real quick. Sorry, hold on. Yes, the best hair up you've ever seen. Yep, right. Look at that. So stylish. It does the job. You may notice this band-aid on my face. Well, this band-aid is just covering a pimple, because I don't have any of the circular band-aids. Yeah, I was like picking at it, and I can't stop picking at it, and it's not healing because I won't stop picking at it. So I'm just putting the band-aid on. I hate having this on my face because like I keep wanting to touch it. It's a way to you know, not do that. Anyway, yeah, but anyway, back on anyway, say anyway a lot. Yeah, I challenge you to think of things to say to yourself for 10 minutes. Well, not to yourself, but as if you're speaking to people, and you know, you're just like watching yourself draw that you drew the drawing, and then you're like watching it back. And yeah, I like watching my drawings, but I'll watch the short version that I do, like, you know, the 30 seconds. I usually do the 30-second ones instead of the 10-minute ones, because I don't know, it depends on the music. Sometimes I'll pick some pretty good music, and the music's so cool, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's some pretty good stuff. And so I watch the long stuff, but it's less to watch the art and more to listen to the music, because it's pretty sick music. I do like it when it's pretty cool music. Anyway, This is my new area. You guys probably aren't familiar with it. This is my pile of clothing right here. This is a blanket jacket from the winter. I got it as a gift from my husband for Christmas. That's my plant over there. It's a peace lily. It's almost dead. This is a fridge. And that's a box. This box is for a vacuum cleaner. That box back there, the orange and black box right there, I don't know what that is. It's just there. This is the guest bedroom, by the way. I don't sleep in here. So the bed is just never made. Because there's not really a reason to. Other than recording videos, you know, that would probably be a reason to clean things up. I had the video tilted up slightly higher yesterday when I set it all up. But yeah, I didn't really want to have to sit up the whole time, so I didn't do that. This one was actually really fun to draw. The hair, once I got the shape right, I was happy with it. I stopped trying to make it perfect. I was gonna do something else initially. I was originally gonna kind of do what the photo did, where you could see like the outline, like barely see the figure of the person, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So I just made everything black and then just put the metal. I made the metal shiny. I liked making the metal shiny. I like shiny metal. That's pretty fun. And then I also did the hair shiny. And making the hair shiny was super fun. I like the shiny hair. And that's like super epic. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the past, but I like shiny things. And I like drawing shiny things. So like those like glowy drawings. I love the sharp contrast. Like you got the black background and then some figure in the front and they're like all shiny and gorgeous. I really like that. And so when I draw, sometimes I will attempt to do that in my work, and I feel like I did it pretty good in this one, not gonna lie. I was very happy with how this turned out. I almost printed it on like a actual paper, not paper, metal. I almost did, one of those like metal things when, you see the people doing YouTube sponsors and they're like, oh, you can put your own designs and stuff. Well, I didn't do it on those websites. I just did Walgreens. And I was like, I'm going to do the same day pickup with a Walgreens. But it's like $50, so that's a waste of money. And also I'm like, where would I put it? Other than all this wall space that has nothing on it. Yeah, I got a friend coming over later. That's going to be fun. We're going to do art stuff. If it turns out good, I might post it on Instagram. Like, I'm going to do actual paper canvas painting. I'm not super great at that, and I usually can't think of what to paint, but if it turns out good, I'll post it on Instagram so you guys can see it too, because that would be pretty great if it turns out good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be like, this is gonna go in a trash can. No, I'm kidding. I would never throw it away. I actually keep all of my art that's on paper, because I like to see how I've improved over time. And so like when I first started drawing back in 2016, I have all those sketchbooks from before I ever had a digital tablet, and they're all, every single one of them, copies of Deviant art, and all is like My Little Pony, because I was a My Little Pony stan back in the day, because I was literally the target audience. So yeah, I love My Little Pony to this day. Luna was my favorite character, and I really liked drawing her, and I would look up all the fan art, and then I would find the ones that I thought were cool, and I would copy them. And I really wish I could find all those original drawings so I could like show my copies and be like, hey, this is the original artist, blah blah blah, right? All that to say is I really liked My Little Pony. I haven't watched the new one. I watched I think it was 5, with what everybody knows, with the bronies and stuff. Yeah, I loved that stuff growing up. That's how I got into art. I did a Sailor Moon My Little Pony crossover, like I copied somebody's crossover, and I did it on paper, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. Of course, it was, decent. But I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. And then, I showed my friends, I started drawing. My mom put me into some art classes in school, and it was super fun. And then that's how I got into drawing. And I've been doing it ever since. And a lot of my art, I do kind of copy other people. Or, like, I'll reference, right? I reference a lot of my stuff and then just, like, put my own OCs on it. And I did a lot of exercises. I've been doing a lot of exercises where I'm really hoping that I can, like, slowly get away from that. Big thing I don't want to do is not be, transparent about it, because I do use references quite a lot, and you guys can probably tell when I don't, because it looks terrible. But anyway, I want to eventually get away from that. One of my favorite YouTubers that I've been watching recently, like with art tutorials on how to like slowly develop your own, not style, because I kind of have one, but like how to do things without like staring at a reference and just straight up copying it. Because like, today's drawing is kind of a copy, it's a copy of a drawing, and that's okay, because I'm still learning. And so, I want to get away from that. And it'll take time, but that's okay. So, anyway, slowly but surely, I'm going to start doing more exercises, like how to draw, different poses. And I think one of my problems is that I can't just draw, or I can, but I'm bad at, like, just doing a bunch of exercises. I will tend to do one thing and then like turn it into a whole piece, instead of drawing a bunch of practice drawings where it's like quick and just focusing on the basics. So yeah, I did some of that this week where I was focusing on the basics, drawing hands and not faces, because that's just like nope. But I did do that, and you guys will get to see that next week. Because I did record one of those. That'll be my video for next week, because I can't think of anything to draw today, which will be for next week's video. So sorry about that, guys. You guys get to see my exercises I do, which I was copying other people's drawings, but it was, I'm trying to learn. I did with the first one I drew it 3 times. One time super small, one time kind of medium, and one time kind of bigger. And on the bigger one, I tried to like do the 2 reference thing where you do 2 references for one drawing. And I did like the arms all funky, and I was like, oh, that looks bad. So I undid that and put it back with the original pose. And you'll get to see all that fun stuff next week. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I know this rant has been a little bit longer. I actually thought of something to say. I guess because I was talking about something cool. So thanks for sticking through and listening to my entire rant as I learn how to talk to my audience. And I just got my camera. It's a $20 Logitech camera for 720p. It's what I can afford, but you know what? That's okay. Now you guys get to see my awesome face. And yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, and have a nice day. Bye.